All right, so why are nursing instructors so mean? Well, if you want my honest opinion, they're not. Even though they come by as hard and difficult to get along with many times, when you think back, or at least when I think back to my time in nursing school, I think back to the time and I'll say something like, man, she sure was hard. And I say, but I learned a lot. And that's where my point comes in. Nursing instructors, even though they come off as hard and difficult to get along with and things like that, they are trying to teach you and train you that you're about to deal with people's lives. You may or may not be the last thing people see in this life. And they're trying to train you and teach you that you need to do all that you can do to keep this individual safe. And if that includes sending you home because you don't know your meds, or because you're chewing gum when you really shouldn't be chewing gum, or your clothes are wrinkled, or whatever the reason is that they send you home for. I've heard quite a few reasons behind why nursing instructors send you home. They're not doing it out of anger or doing it to try to be mean. They're doing these things to try to keep you trained, we'll say, to do the best you can do and be sure that you treat each individual as safely as possible. They want you to learn as much as possible to keep everyone safe as possible. These nursing instructors are oftentimes, or at least in my case, someone who's already had a career in nursing, let's say 10, 15, 20 plus years in nursing. They've learned plenty. Many of them, at least in my case, had other specialties. We had like a cardiac nurse, we had a substance abuse nurse, we had a med-surg nurse, an ICU nurse, OBGYN nurse, home health nurse. We had nurses in different specialties who would teach different parts of the class. And then when you went into clinical setting, depending upon where you went in clinical, you were with that specific nurse. And these nurses know all there is to know about the meds. So they're not only keeping track of your meds, they're also keeping track of everyone else's meds and when to give them and things like that. Now, a lot of them want to see you give these meds. They want to know exactly if you're doing exactly right. They want you to know, they want to know that they can trust you to give these meds. They don't want to see you even change a Band-Aid without them present oftentimes. They need to know that you know exactly what you're doing because, one, you're practicing under their license, and two, they want to make sure you can do it right or they're going to correct you. And this is sort of where people think that they are just the meanest people on earth. They're not really doing it to be mean. These nursing instructors are doing their job out of love for their job or even just their profession, and they want to see it do better. I had an instructor one time, and this was sort of at the very end of the program. She said, if you're a bad nurse, never tell anybody that I taught you. She said, basically like, if you're really bad at your job, don't tell anybody that I was your instructor. I won't, if someone says, oh, well, you're a great nurse, where did you learn, where did you go to school or whatever, then she'd be like, yeah, tell everybody where you went. But I don't want to be associated with bad nurses. And a lot of people would fail nursing school thinking that these nursing instructors were just terrible, mean people, and they failed because everybody was mean to them or, whatever it may be. They didn't give them a second chance. But these parameters sort of need to be in place because, like I said before, in nursing, you're dealing with people's lives, and you could or could not be the last thing that people see. So a lot of these nursing instructors, although they come off as mean, are really there to help. Actually, all these nursing instructors are really there to help. You say, oh, they are the meanest people ever. And then you think and say, yeah, but I sure did learn a lot from that individual. It's the nursing instructor that doesn't care and isn't hard on students that I would be concerned about. I would be concerned about that class. If you did not learn from, let's just say, your mistakes, and typically they're not going to let you make mistakes. They're going to catch it. They're going to, you name the wrong med or you name the wrong time or the wrong route or whatever it may be. Hopefully that nursing instructor knows enough to catch that mistake and correct you early. And if you get sent home, you did wrong and you need to fix it next time. And so they're not doing this to be mean. They're doing this to make sure you know how to do your job, your career that you're about to have in nursing. So I don't think any nursing instructor is mean, just sort of tough love. And looking back, I am for it. However, when I was going through it, I was strongly against it, and I wish my nursing instructors were much nicer to me at the time. However, like I said, looking back, I definitely applaud the fact that they were as hard on me as they were, and that I was able to get through it like I did. And I definitely learned a lot from the instructors, especially the mean ones. I'm going to say it in quotations, the mean ones. So I really just don't think they're very mean at all. Let me know, was your instructors very mean to you? I mean, some of them were mean. I will say they all followed the same rules. They were all black and white. I will say that. No one had favorites, at least in my class. Were your nursing instructors mean to you? Did they follow the rules? Did they make sure you followed the rules? Let me know. If you like this video, check this one out over here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. I hope it helps. Thank you much.